Hello there folks, happy Monday, hope you're doing well. A time of crisis is a great time to look at history, to focus our minds and reveal the mystery. On June the 1st, 1951, representatives of Western intelligence agencies secretly met with academics at the Montreal Ritz Carlton. The meeting led to military funding for research into the effects of sensory deprivation at McGill University. It caused a loss of thought criticality to the benefit of government, control freak perversity. Test subjects reported they lost the ability to even daydream or for critical thought, according to Dr Hebb, whose job it was to manipulate them in the head. He noted the effects of the monotony and began to think physical discomfort or even pain might be preferable way should sensory deprivation have a monopoly. Dr Hebb had no idea what a vicious weapon he was creating. He halted research to try to stop the mistake he was making. But Dr Ewan Cameron continued with experiments and research to try to find what type of manipulation best works. Cameron's experiment conditions resembled those of a macabre prison. His psychiatric patients' permission was not given. They were exposed to electric shocks in an attempt to wipe their memory. One of the patients, Janine Heward, sued the government for the torture, which was found to be evil fundamentally. They were using interrogation techniques. The CIA, who used the research, were playing for keeps. Inside the Fubak intelligence manual, sleep deprivation, fear, stress positioning and isolation were all recommended for suspect domination. Water torture, beating, electric shock. I'll leave you to decide if it's evil or not. At this same time, on shock, someone else was working. Milton Friedman, an economics professor at the University of Chicago, and economic shock was what he wanted to show. He wanted to use economic shock as a way of getting rid of criticism of unregulated capitalism. Milton Friedman spent his 90th birthday at the White House. Donald Rumsfeld gave a speech. The establishment liked what Friedman had to teach. Rumsfeld said Milton is the embodiment of the truth that ideas have consequences. But economic shocks leave the population feeling defenceless. Milton proposed free market capitalism and government deregulation of industry that has led us all now to look at what we see. Crisis used for control was the establishment's goal. In Chile, the shock doctrine led to the murder of dissidents. In England, Thatcher's Britain. Both countries followed the words Milton Friedman had written. Exploiting shocks for financial gain, a permanent state of economic widespread pain. Get out of the state of shock and it's pretty easy to spot the rot. Bailing out these people, too big to fail, but individual liberty they derail. Humanity quantified and collectivised. All national resources put up for sale. In a state of shock, we're in fight or flight. But those in a weak position never get treated right. Unrestrained capitalism led us to this, but unrestrained socialism too is taking the piss. And so both I will continue to resist. Now nothing should be shocking, but the shock doctrine is showing no sign of stopping. And that is the shock doctrine. Enjoy. I'm sorry, but it's not a happy subject. But it's not a happy world, is it? And what are the reasons? There's reasons behind everything, isn't there? Anyway, I'll leave that one with you. Take care. I'll see you all soon. Bye now.